Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Thrive Heavy Lies the Crown. And I want to give a massive shout out to Playside Gaming and to Zoogala Entertainment for sponsoring this video. These sponsorships really help out and allow me to keep on doing what I'm doing. They also asked me to mention as well, Thrive Heavy Lies the Crown has a demo during the Steam Next Fest from February the 5th to February the 12th. You can click the link in the description to check it out on Steam for free, and you'll be sure to add Thrive to your wish list for the game's full release. So what exactly is Thrive Heavy Lies the Crown? Well, it's a medieval city builder that has some pretty interesting differences to many of the other ones. The game itself focuses a lot on your own choices and kind of making these make or break decisions. On top of that, it also has 4-player multiplayer, so you can actually play it with your friends, which is really awesome and something I'm always looking for from a city builder. The game also does have RTS combat. There's roaming bandits across the campaign map and plenty of other stuff to explore. So let's do that. Let's start exploring. So this is going to be our first decision right here. We actually get to go and decide exactly where we want to go and start our kingdom. And this is really cool, right? Because imagine this in multiplayer. You have 2 of your friends on the left-hand side, 2 of your other friends on the right-hand side, or you and a friend on the right-hand side if you have that many friends, and you can really just start to get to town. I'm going to go ahead and pick down here in the south and pick ourselves a nice little flag to represent me as a person, and I think this one does it in its entirety. We have some decent hydration. We are, I guess, next to some lakes, and we also have pretty low attractiveness, kind of represents me, to be honest, and we have access to herbs, hemp, flax, and apples. So let's just dive in so you guys get a good idea about the campaign map and everything else the game does have to offer. And here we are, our first choice to make. Before we've even entered the campaign, we have to go ahead and decide where my interests lie, and there's a few options. It doesn't actually reveal what these are gonna do to our kingdom, but I'm gonna stick with where wisdom lies, there shall be no fear. And of course, we will also play the tutorial. So if we zoom out, you guys can get a good little look at the campaign map. You guys can see all the roaming parties scattered around barbarian camps, watchtowers, etc., and all the other places that you can expand to. So the map itself is pretty decently sized, and there's plenty of places to really go to town of. We also have our caravan right here. This is going to be our main hub, and we get to basically decide where we want to stick it. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put it a bit further down here in the south. So we're going to, can we move it or can we not? Yeah, we can move it. So I think I'm going to come down here with my caravan, maybe stick it somewhere around about here, so it's next to a lot of the resources and all the other places. So let's go ahead and deploy this bad boy right here. It now will ask me to build a keep, and this is going to basically be like our main hub where our defenses are held, where we can hold resources, where we can have our civilians, and we're going to stick that down. You can see my hordes of minions coming flying out of the caravan and into our new land. Nice, so our keep is now done, and our resource storage is our next objective. You can see some people now have homes, so they've lost their little no home icon above their head, which is fine. So let's go ahead and do that. So we need to go ahead and get down a primitive storage. I think we'll just go ahead and stick it down a little bit to the left of the keep, so it's nice and protected if we do get attacked by barbarians or anything else along them lines. And you can see a little bit more about the keep as well. My real home, hopefully we'll be able to expand it. You can also expand the speed as well. It's always nice in city builders if, you know, I know a lot of people kind of like to pause, do their stuff, and then go on from there. But yeah, our next objective is, of course, is to build our stockpile. Basically, the default vanilla rules for any city builder, right, is get down your main building, get down your resource storage, and then go from there. Cool. Next objective we have is to gather some resources. So we're going to go ahead and start felling the trees to the west of us. And then we also need to put down the quarry, and we've got some rocks down here. So then we'll stick down the quarry right there. I really love the look of this. This was saying it had a low attractiveness, but it looks really, really cool. I like the look of it a lot. So we'll place down the quarry camp down here in the south as well. And what you can do is also, you can also expand the range on top of that, which is kind of cool. Okay, now that we have that done, our next objective is to start up our food storage, which is, of course, is going to be pretty important. We are going to have to wait for some resources to come in, which we actually do have immediately. And we'll probably stick this a bit more over to the right-hand side. I guess we'll stick it on, like, on this line right there. Yeah, boom. So we can have, like, some roads going out to it. It's near our caravan storage as well. The resources aren't too far away. It's because, again, eventually a lot of this is going to be stuff that we're probably going to, like, harvest. There's going to be, like, hemp here and a lot of herbs and stuff like that in this kind of swampy-esque area, which looks really cool, by the way. So let's go and build up this building. Oh, yeah, we also have nighttime as well. So there is a day and night cycle in the game, which is pretty cool. Again, kind of adding the extra atmosphere into it. You can already start to see we are building a lot of resources very, very quickly. And another thing that's kind of cool, it kind of reminds me of, like, the older games, so it's quite nostalgic for me, is, like, this little light as well when it's dark time. It's a really nice way of just, like, illuminating the map as you're playing. So of course, next we're going to go and start expanding roads. As I already mentioned, roads are going to be number one at connecting up your settlements. So obviously doing that is going to be super important. So let's set up, of course, a road to the food market. And then I guess I might kind of like do doubles, because these are free, right? Yeah, you don't have to pay for these. So I might do a bit of some double roads out there into the wilderness. Of course, we're going to want to do something like this out here. So let's get up some beautiful looking roads there. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of like a double road maybe, or at least something like that. And then kind of go out to this, and then something along the lines there, I guess, around the storage. Yeah, I guess we'll go around the storage. I think that looks cool. Cool. Next, of course, we need water. So let's go ahead and get our well down. And again, you can see kind of the area of effect. And you can also start to see all of these influences as well scattered around. So again, there's going to be certain bonuses that like these settlements do give. And you're going to have to really try and figure out exactly how to make it all work and all kind of come together. So I think what we could do is we could stick it right here, because I'm gonna probably build a lot of my houses down here in the south, and of course them having easy access to the well is gonna be pretty important. So yeah, let's just stick our well right there, I think, on the corner. That's gonna be pretty useful, because again, a lot of our houses are gonna come down either next to the keep, which will be perfect, and around the food market, of course. Okay, so our next objective after the well has now been complete, even though it doesn't seem like it has any water, no production either. I wonder if we have to go like collect water, maybe? That'd be pretty interesting, right? If you had to go to the sea, I don't know. I'm sure the game will expand out right there. So there's no connection to a road, no workers, not enough water to put out fires. Okay, cool. So it's not connected by a road. So I guess that's the first thing we need to sort out. Yeah, the first thing we need to sort out is probably, sorting out that road connection. Okay, it's now connected by the road. Can we add some workers to it? Oh, we maybe don't have enough people. Yeah, maybe everybody's already busy. Okay, so that means that we have to move on to our next objective, and that is building some houses. So let's get some houses down. I think we'll go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's annoying me, but we can't fit another one in there. It really is. That's fine, though. We can probably put like another set of roads like here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Cool. And then, of course, we will make this look all nice and pretty with some roads probably going down the middle. Can we? Oh, you can do that. Okay, that's why that's set up. Okay, perfect. Cool. So we can set up a nice little like complex right here. It's good enough for me. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to start working on them houses. We've got plenty of wood as well. We also have a few more buildings we can mess around with whilst we're waiting for all of this. There's a wood chopping camp to make some firewood. I guess that's going to be pretty important. And we also have this bar as well. So our building up right there. All nice. People are happy now as well. It's good. And as that builds up, we get knowledge, which we can unlock. And that will give you bonuses as well as you unlock them, which again is kind of a nice little addition to the game. I'm not 100% sure how we do get the water, but we're going to need to. I think the main problem is there's just no workers on this at the moment, so they can't then go off into the sea, or the river, and grab some, which hopefully they will do in a bit. Yeah, we have plenty of that, and you can see all the different types of resources. Of course, as I said, there's RTS battles in this, so you're going to need to build up soldiers and equip them with armor and equipment, which again is all pretty fun. And of course, these people do all need their own kind of amenities as well, just like any, I guess like on the corner here. Yeah, let's do something like that. And then we'll build, of course, a road out to it. Something like that, I think. And then we can have oh, no, not there. We'll have another road going to the right. Yeah, boom. Something along them lines. Cool. All of our houses are now complete, which is pretty nice. We've set ourselves up, and now the game wants me to obviously kind of find out a bit more about that. So we, of course, have the building health itself. We have the happiness of the people inside, and the more of these amenities we get to, the happier they will be. And, of course, we have to worry about fires, attacks, or even revolts. So, again, that's something you have to be very, very cautious of. Of course, the houses themselves are going to provide us with income and other bonuses. And here we go, settling in Act 1. The first event has fired right here. So the founders of your settlement have been laid, the foundations even, sorry, but much must be done to encourage its growth. A small group of advisors will help you find your way, chancellors, dukes, and people from the fallen king's court, and even a trusted friend. Together we must determine the best focus for our people. And here we go, a bit more some conversation here between the people, everybody giving me their own ideas and thoughts of how I should kind of proceed. And again, here we go, another long-lasting choice we have to make. So each of them gave me their case, and I think what we'll do, safety above all else is going to be our first focus. We have to make sure that our people are protected, and I trust this knight from my father's dynasty. And next we get to manage these jobs. And this was kind of what I was waiting for because we have quite a few things to actually do. So we actually need to start, you know, assigning people to doing certain things. So I think definitely we're going to need to start focusing some people on wells for sure. We maybe don't necessarily need as many builders. And then I also think having some people on food storage is also not a bad idea. So what I might do is I might stick down the quarry down a couple. Yeah, I might stick the quarry down 2. The wood chopper obviously needs to go up 1 as well. So yeah, so maybe stick the quarry down to the bottom for now, because we have plenty of resources, and same with the logging camp as well. This can go like, oh, and you can actually click and drag them, which is really nice. Yeah, let's stick them down at the bottom so these will fill up first. So now we'll start getting water, we'll start getting food production and other things along them lines. And I've already kind of, I've already realized my first mistake is that this food storage is really far away. Now I can upgrade it to improve its range and stuff, but it's going to be a little while until I can do that. So these houses out here are kind of struggling for their amenities. They're actually still relatively happy. So I can probably get away with it, but yeah, they're not in immediate range. I have to go a little bit out of their way to get there, which I guess they're not going to be too happy about. We've just completed our first next objective. That was to produce enough firewood for our people to basically start surviving and living. And that's going to be a big help because, again, these guys aren't in range of my food storage right now. So if they get the firewood, that's going to give them a big boon to their living standards and kind of maybe cancel it out. We do need to obviously make an apple orchard as well. So we'll probably go ahead and create that down by our food storage. So let's go ahead and maybe start building one out, like maybe something like, yeah, something like this would be good. Yeah, let's stick out the farms there because it's right by our food storage and that'll be pretty useful. And of course, we'll maybe make like a double road to it. But of course, we need to make sure we assign some more jobs as well because we are pretty low. So let's stick this right at the top. I think our water well can maybe go a little bit lower down on it now. The food storage is fine. Yeah, that's fine. One thing as well, yeah, see, something we should probably do is maybe reduce the amount of employees that we have in these positions, right? So food storage is probably pretty important, but we should probably do the same, like, yeah, we don't need that many jobs there, and we actually don't have anybody on the quarry. What do we not need? I mean, I feel like water is important, of course, but like yeah, we're basically at max water already. Yeah, we're at max water in one more go, so we can basically just max up and then completely get off of this in its entirety, right? So let's let them produce once more. Firewood can probably go down to just 1 person at the moment, because again, we need more people on these other positions. And nice, we're now starting to plant our apple fields, sow our wild oats, and yeah, start feeding the people, because I don't know what they've been eating up until now, but it hasn't been anything I've produced. I really like the animations as well for the apple picking as well. I mean, it might not be a bad idea to maybe make another field as well. Like something along like, something like that could not be a bad idea. I feel like 2 fields is probably, do we have enough workers though? Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I don't know if we're going to have enough workers to be able to fund all of this. Probably not, right? Because that's what, another like 5 workers all of a sudden. It's probably not the best idea to maybe make a second one, but we must be able to start getting some new people in soon enough, surely. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll probably just go down on a couple jobs here, right? Like, we'll probably go down to, like, 4 on each. Yeah, there's still more people working, but we still have people doing quarry and logging. Like, to be fair, though, we've got plenty of wood and logs, and also stones and rocks and bricks and whatever. So, there probably still is plenty to work on that and not have to worry too much. But I think for now, getting 2 up would be a really good... Oh man, look how beautiful our apple orchards look. They look really, really good. Yeah, and we're building a pretty decent supply so far. And there's actually no available storage yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to build another food storage, I think, over here. Because as of right now, a lot of our settlements are out of range of it. So yeah, let's maybe stick another one down like right there. So we can kind of have 2 people. And we can even expand more settlements out here as well. So if we wanted to have more buildings out there, we could definitely do that. Okay, as well, so as we're starting to expand our housing, we're starting to build more orchards and kind of really build up our presence on the map. We are now getting more people in, so we're up to 23 people. Our next objective is to reach 40 farmers to obviously help build stuff. We have plenty of jobs for them, so we can keep on adding more, and of course, adding in more like employees here and to the other positions also not a bad idea. And we're literally full on wood so far, probably because maybe we're not producing enough firewood, so let's maybe give them another employment there so we can start chopping more wood down. What we could even do is maybe stick it on another storage. Like, there's no reason not to, right? If we wanted to, like, just another primitive storage. Like, these are pretty basic, so that's probably one of the reasons why they aren't you know, they can't hold as much. I'm sure we'll be able to get warehouses later on down the line, which will really help us out. But yeah, let's maybe just build another one because, of course, we want to stockpile as many resources as physically possible. Okay, so our first event. So someone brings upon a small young man. He followed the caravan for nearly the entire trek, careful to keep his distance. He claims that he is an orphan and he has brought illness to his village, and he claims that Welgrim has brought illness to his village, which was a stone's throw away from our gates, and he asked for a place for a new settlement. Oh no. Okay, so people are going to give us their own opinions on what we should pick. So the question is, what do we do? So we can just say to trust this child puts us all at risk. I have to take these heavy decisions, okay? So I think we'll pick that one. Yeah. I don't trust him. He could be a witch or a devil. Yeah, I'm turning him away, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry. Vagabond, the boy wipes away a few tears, escorts him from the throne room. Oh my god, I feel so bad. A tough decision, but your citizens will support your shunning. Oh no. Okay, I did what must be done. Yeah, I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea. I guess only time will tell. Looking back on it now, I probably should have let him in because that boosts our population up and that gets us there a little bit faster, and we could have put him to work immediately. So maybe we should have accepted him. The children do yearn for the mines. We've really expanded the village now. We're up to 40 people here, and we are now moving on to working on the hemp logistics, which is something that we can easily do. And one of the things I've really learned from playing, and I guess a good tip for you guys when you start playing, is that you really want to focus on your auras. Don't be scared to like have to build 2 wells or 2 storage things, because chances are you're not going to have enough room to build like fit everything in, because they just don't reach at the beginning of the game. So you're gonna have to really maybe just basically think about having like 2 plots either side of your keep where you're going to be building up houses and other things. I guess you could actually really focus everything in, but I think you'd probably need to play the game a couple times to kind of get that in your mind. Next, we're going to work on some hemp. I love to see it. So I guess what we'll do is we'll stick at the other side. Yeah, let's stick at the other side of the the other side of the apples. Of course, we're going to be using this hemp to make clothes, and again, just continue to improve the happiness and well-being of my people. I mean, so far, we've got this pretty much on lock. The tutorial is really helping us out, I think, a long way to make this look a lot easier than it probably is. But yeah, so far, we're working on, we just need kind of cloves and then cider. But keep in mind, these are just farming houses. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of, like, more impressive buildings that we're going to have to work on and improve, and yeah, obviously once you start getting soldiers and other things along them lines, that's when it's going to become a fairly much larger issue. Okay, with the hemp now being produced, we can now obviously stick down a outfitter, which we're going to put down probably over on this side. This is more of my production base. I kind of like the idea of this being more of my production facility, more of my industry over on this side. And we'll just make this road quite thick, I guess, and stick you around there. So we'll start building up our outfitter again. They've got quite a long way to go for the hemp, but hemp can also be transferred here as well. And what we could even do, if we really wanted to, is maybe make another field, like on this side. Again, as I said, I'm kind of making like 2 blocks of civilization. Luckily, the industry buildings don't require to be over in a certain direction at all, so we can kind of get away with that as we fill in that road before my ADHD takes over. Okay, another event has fired. Let's see what it has to offer. So, come an unsettling report of a corpse of 3 animals gutted, removed. Oh my god, that's brutal. Within a farmer's house, scent of rotting insect. Yeah, there is something definitely going wrong in this world. But I love it. I love all these events and the stuff that we have to kind of figure out and talk to our advisors. It seems like Sir Oswin has really been a good friend of mine. Yeah, I think what we have to do is we have to find out about the symbols. Let's start looking. So like Osdin orders all but the symbols to be removed from the house. He gathers up any locals and we need to find out more about what's going on in them. I love that. I love this like story event firing, and this is just like one of the maps as well, which is kind of interesting. Like, and there's also obviously this really cool thing over here, the main city as well, which looks really gorgeous, right? Which is kind of cool. You get to expand to it and stuff, and like, yeah, there's a whole stuff that's going to be going on with that later on down the line, but you guys will have to explore that for yourself. Okay, so we're a little bit further on from where we just obviously left off. I wanted to show you guys a bit more about the late game and kind of the combat and the troop recruitment. So as you can see, my city has grown massively since then. I've been playing for about 3-4 hours and having an absolute blast kind of sorting out all my production lines. We even have, oh my god, there's barbarians here as well. Good thing I did decide to start recording now as they're pushing in. So we do need to train some soldiers ASAP because we're about to be raided by some men. I've obviously got the production for that. So what we need to do is we need to go to our armory and we need to go and build, it wants me to build some archers, which we can do quite easily. So we'll go ahead and create 10 of those. It obviously takes some time for them to build up. Hopefully, we'll be quick enough until we are being raided. God, this is literally the worst possible time. One of the really cool things as well that we have been messing around with is trade convoys as well. I've kind of taken more land and we've got people ferrying resources back and forth. So the whole trading mechanic is very much in the game. Okay, so yeah, this isn't the best time for sure, but we do have some archers which are slowly training. You can see some of the archers are now shooting away at the barbarians as they are raiding my village. So yeah, they're going to go ahead and garrison this. The more archers we have, the better it will be for this building. But again, this is only really around this one building. So eventually they are going to get out of range as they continue to raid me. And obviously the main goal is to, as you can see, they're just pillaging. The main goal is to eventually clear out the camp. And obviously you won't be worried about it too much. Yeah, you can see some of my archers here. So yeah, let's go select my archers that we have recruited. And I guess we'll go start hunting down some enemy soldiers. So let's move them over and kind of just start picking away at these guys. So the RTS camera is like kind of, the RTS battles are very much, you know, very similar. Boom, nice, got a kill there. Very similar to say something like, you know, Age of Empires. You are kind of just pointing, clicking, setting the soldiers, building formations and stuff. But the main goal is to obviously build up your own settlement. So yeah, we got 10 archers now. Yeah, 10 archers now. And where do we get rid of everybody else as well? Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a few barbarians there. So nice, we were able to just about fight off that invasion. They did steal some resources from me, a bunch of clothes and other things. But luckily, I don't think I actually killed any of my people, which is pretty nice. So yeah, now we can form up a bit of a military. So we'll bring over our archers here. We'll set these guys up. And we are currently recruiting swordsmen as well. And each of these resources have been drawn from my settlements. Like, for example, we've currently got the cookhouse making us military rations from our pork. We've got leather producing, hides from a house over here. Yeah, from our hunting hut over here, which is then kind of filtering in to the outfitter. It's filtering into the tannery, which is, where's my tannery at? Somewhere around here. Yeah, it's filtering into my tannery, but it's then filtering into my outfit. Oh, they actually destroyed my tannery, that's why. Not a bad idea, actually, by them to do that, because now it means I can't produce as many military units. We also have, a bunch of swordsmen now? Yeah, a bunch of swordsmen. So let's get these guys over. And then I think we just maybe go even more swordsmen. We have enough swords. We're lacking armor, which is our biggest problem. So yeah, let's just go like 20 swords and then a bunch of archers, and that should be enough then to take on the enemy. And you can also do formations as well. So you can see we've got basic formations. We can do a wedge formation and a box formation, again depending on the types of enemies we're fighting. So yeah, you can see our swords and our bowmen. I think going with a lot of swords and bows are going to be the way of doing this, because I doubt the enemy's going to be using much in the way of cavalry. Okay, so we got ourselves our nice little army, 20 swordsmen, along with 10 archers behind them. So let's move over now and clear out this barbarian camp. This will stop them from raiding us and, of course, just protect our lands, protect our caravans as well, which are pretty important because they're ferrying iron ore back, because I can't produce iron in my main settlements. I'm literally having to, send the archers are a bit further forward. Let's get these guys back a little bit, and then the swordsmen should take over. Nice, nice, nice. Good job, boys. Yeah, so the archers should fire in, the swords should go perfectly. I mean, we are losing some swords and stuff, but the archers should be a real big help here. Yeah, the archers should be the ones able to just kind of, do the damage right there. And they are producing more, but we're going to keep on raiding, dealing with the camp. But yeah, because I'm ferrying like iron ore back from other settlements and stuff, that's what's really important, is protecting that trade route from raiding. Because without that iron ore, I can't produce soldiers, and then in turn, I can't then produce, I can't defend myself, and it's kind of like a spiraling effect. So boom, nice, we've gone ahead and done that, which is very cool. And we obviously got some resources as well, so we'll go ahead and accept them. Yeah, definitely send to this resource. And nice, and then we can start building defensive structures now as well. So it's going to be like the next goal, really, of the settlement, is to start building like start building like our defensive buildings, like here the guardhouses to kind of protect us from incoming raids, which should never be a bad idea to do. Maybe stick one like here on the edge, and also just then start building like walls and stuff around to then protect us from other AI factions and players. Again, if you're playing this multiplayer, then that's going to be the goal, to do that, and like obviously build up a military, siege castles, and do stuff like that. So yeah, that's I think where we're going to wrap up the video. I kind of showed you guys a good little glimpse of the game and the demo. As I mentioned in the beginning, you can play this right now, so make sure you go over to Steam using the link down below in the description and play the demo, and of course wishlist it. And again, a massive thank you to the developers for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.